Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this new Primark Honey palette. I have done this eye look here, so stay tuned for that. So it comes in this like silicone weird packaging. It's really weird because you try and open it and like sometimes like the palette like just comes away from the silicone. It is really weird. So these are £5. I got mine in store. I'm not sure, I've only been into like one store recently, so I can't say how, you know, Primark wide they are. Like, I don't know if they're in like all the stores. I just went into the one store and I saw them there. I did see them on social media, so I'm expecting them to be in a lot of stores. So I have already done a video on the cherry palette and I just can't open these silicone things, so that just looked like this, really like fiery colour. So I'll leave that palette video in the description box so you can check that one out. And then I've also got the peachy palette. So out of all of them, I think this one has like the worst like colour combo, because that does not scream peachy to me. It just screams boring. But when I was in store, because of like the COVID-19, they don't have any testers out, so they just had on the back of them like a rough guide of what they would look like, because, you know, it wasn't like a picture, it wasn't like an artist impression, it was just like, I don't know, it was this weird thing on the back. And then I don't think they exactly look the same when you've opened them up. So it's probably good that you can check out this video because you can see what you're actually purchasing before you go out and get them. So I'll spend it so you don't have to. So yeah, today's look is going to be featuring this eye look. So if you want to see how we get on with it and my final thoughts at the end and some swatches, keep watching. Okay, so I have primed the eyes and I am using the P. Louise base. So this is in, I think it's the shade 0, yeah, Room 0. This is just a white base and it's there to make eyeshadows pop. So it's a great base for all kind of skin tones really, because the white just makes all the colours like really bright. The first colour that I'm going to go into is this kind of, it's not exactly like a mustard, but it's not a bright yellow. It's kind of like a dull yellow, if that makes any sense. And I'm just going to pop that one into the crease. Is quite pigmented. I do need to still blend it out a little bit, but I've only gone in with the shadow twice. I mean, obviously like a lot of shadows you don't have to go in with twice, but I do find that like with Primark and some of like the cheaper ones like Revolution you do. But yeah, I think that colour looks quite nice. Okay, so that's the yellow on. I think it's like blended really well actually. So the next one I'm going to go into, I'm going to go into this darker shade here. Now, when I did a look with the cherry palette, I'm just going to get that palette now. I will link in the description bar that video. So this is the cherry palette, and I can get it opened. This is what it looks like. So it's very like mid to deep tones, whereas I feel like with this one, it's predominantly like lighter shades of yellow. There's got this darker one, but it is a shimmer, and then you've got this matte, so it's kind of like this one's got lighter shades and this one's got like mid to darker shades. So it's like these palettes were meant to be used together really, so you could pull like one shade from this one and then another shade from this one. But I am going to go in with this darker colour. I am going to put that into the crease and into the outer corner as well, and we'll see where we go from there in regards of what we're going to do next, because I wish there was like a slightly darker colour than this to deepen up the crease, and then I could use this shade in like the outer for definition, but there isn't, so we'll just work with what we've got and we'll crack on with that deeper shade. So that is that deeper shade on, and if I'm completely honest, I don't like it. I don't think it's as dark in the pan as what went on the eyes. Like, I don't think it was as pigmented. I had to go into quite a few times to build it up, and then I felt it didn't blend very well, as in like sometimes it just like stuck to the eye and wouldn't move, and I'm trying to blend it out with this other colour and it just wasn't doing anything. It's just really stuck there, so that's not a good sign, but we will crack on, we will persevere. So what I'm going to do now is, normally what I would do is I would be on my third colour now, so I would use 2 in the crease and I would use 1 like to deepen it up, but we're only still on 2 shades. So what I'm going to do now instead is I'm going to use 2 shimmer shades in the middle of the eye. I can't even remember what that's called now. On the lid, that's the one. My brain is like fried because of the heat. So in the palette we have like a few different options. This is like really pretty. It's not a matte, but it's not exactly a shimmer. It's probably like a satin, I'd probably say, but its swatch is pretty matte. I don't know how well you can see that. There are 2 honey darker shades, so you've got this one and this one. So this one's more like of a gold. That's really pretty. And then you've got this lighter shade, which is just there. So I'm going to use those 2 shades, and I'm going to start with the lighter colour, and then I'm going to kind of transition it into the deeper colour. I am going to cut my crease again using the P. Louise base, and I'll go in with a brush first, and then I'll see how I get on with that brush. If the brush like doesn't pick up the pigment really well, then I'll move on to using my fingers. Okay, so those shimmer shades are absolutely stunning. They look so beautiful and they went on really nicely. The only thing I'd say, I'm not sure how well it's coming across on camera, is that even though they look quite different in the pan on the eyes, I don't feel like there's that much of a difference. It's weird, but maybe it's just, you know, a slight transition. What do you think? I mean, you can slightly tell, but, you know, let me know what you think. So I'm just going to go back into this darker shade, and I'm going to put some back into the outer V that we lost through putting that shimmer down. Don't understand how you could have a palette with shimmers like this in it and then have such a crap matte in it. It's weird. You would have thought, like, if a palette's good, but it's like the shimmers are really good and the mattes are alright, you know. Usually it's me saying that the other way around, especially with like the more affordable brands like Primark, Revolution. Usually your mattes, they're better and your shimmers are lackluster, but I've said that for the last few palettes I think now. The shimmers are like, you know, really good. I have got quite a bit of fallout under my eyes, so I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to do some liner and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have put some liner on. This is the Colourpop liquid liner in the shade LA. It's a brown colour, which I thought would complement the the honey tones that we use, and I've also put my lashes on as well. So I'm using these Isla pre-glued lashes, and these are in the Exaggerate kind, the shade number or style number 141. I got these in my TK Maxx video. I will link that one in the description box because that's like a new video you can watch. These are only $2.99, and honestly, I have not found lashes as enjoyable as I have found when I'm using these Isla lashes. the pre-glued are just for me, you know, it saves all the faffing. They just like stick instantly to your eye. So if you're not great with eyelashes, like putting them on and they're too messy, definitely invest in some of these. These are $2.99. They have them, so I got these from TK Maxx. They've got some in Home Bargains for £2.50 and B&M Bargains. So yeah, definitely check those out. I am just going to put like some, well, the rest, I was going to say some base makeup on, but actually I'm going to put the rest of my face on. So yeah, I'm just going to do that and then I'm going to come back. So I'm back with the full face done now. My hair is like whipping all over the place with this fan. So I just wanted to touch base with a few of the products that I'm wearing just in case anybody asks. So the liquid lipstick I am wearing is the Kylie liquid lipstick in Malibu. I always think it looks so much darker on me than it does on other people. Like it looks like a really nice nude on them, but it looks like a really deep brown. Like I see people wearing, I think it's either Dolce K or True Brown K, and it looks just like a nice nude on them, but to me it would look so dark. And you know, this is like one of the equivalents. So anyway, off on a tangent. The foundation that I'm wearing, I don't think it's a bad shade. Yeah, I think it's alright, but this is actually the lightest shade in the range. So I'm wearing the Boca Rosa Beauty Perfect Base Matte. So this is actually a Brazilian foundation. Yeah, so it's in the shade Warm Maria. So this is actually the lightest they go, because Brazilians are nice and tanned and I'm nice and pale, so I think it suits me okay. It feels like it felt really lightweight and watery when I put it on, but it feels like not heavy but a little bit mask like now that it's on. Anyway, my husband and his family are Brazilian, so whenever we go visit, I get to have a look at all the makeup they've got. But the only downside is if there is something really good and I use it all up, you know, I have to wait until my next visit. But anyway, if you've tried this, let me know, because this is only like my first time using it. Okay, so we're gonna go back into the palette and do the lower lash line now. So it's like, what colour should we put? To be honest, I don't think there's a lot of choice. I'm probably just going to put this Sunshine Yellow in the lower lash line. It's like a nice colour and I think the pigmentation is there. The only thing is I feel like it's a little bit dusty because like when I was like putting it on, I could see like powder flying past my eye. Yeah, so there is a little bit of fallout under my face, but it's nothing I can't wipe away. I also forgot as well, we need to do Inner Corner. So the highlight I'm wearing is by Wet n Wild, but I wanted to use something from this palette because I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, I've only used 5 shades so far and there's 10 shades in here. But you know what, I want to use that lemony satin shade and just put that in the inner corner and just see what it does. Okay, I mean that inner corner's cute, but it's not, there's no, like, it's just appeared exactly the same as like I put in a matte shadow would. Like you can't see any kind of reflect to it even though it's like a satin. But then again, I am a little bit far away. Maybe if you were like this close you will be able to see. Okay, so this is the final look. I think overall it's, you know, we've done a really nice look with it. The shimmers, these two shimmers were obviously like the stand out of the palette. They look absolutely beautiful and I think it just makes the eyes pop and like, yeah, I just really like those two shimmers. The mattes, were okay. So yeah, I think for £5 it's like a good little palette, and I also quite like the cherry one as well. So like, because sometimes Primark bring out some absolute naff products, but these are alright, you know. If you can grab these, I would get them. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some swatches now so you can check those out, and then because I've not actually swatched this yet, and the cherry palette swatched amazing. So yeah, check those out and I will see you again shortly. Bye.